Welcome, everyone, to the Meaningful Hearts Podcast, where we discuss the everyday questions that make us or break us if we let them. I am your host, Drew. Take my hand and let's walk this journey together. Welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody had an amazing week. I know I did. And I want to get into the subject of the day. Some of us lack motivation. A lot of us do, right? We lack motivation in a lot of ways, right? Whether it's a fitness goal or maybe avoiding something in our life that we don't want to do because we just feel kind of lazy or just out of it, right? Well, I want to address that, right? I want to address that situation. One thing I really want to start off with is fitness. Is fitness where your motivation is lacking? Some of us have tried to push ourselves to get into the gym or just go for a run, but the truth is we don't feel like it, right? Like, screw it, I don't feel like doing it. But you have to have the same understanding of things in your life that you do automatically without question, knowing that you have to do it, right? We brush our teeth every day. Well, I hope you do. I hope you brush your teeth every day. Because that's gross. But it's something that you do, right? It's something that you consciously do because you know you have to do it because you want to keep your teeth. You want to keep your health, right? It's part of your hygiene. You take a bath every day, you take a shower, things that you know you need to do. Well, it's the same thing, right? I understand that there may be a million reasons for why in the past you didn't exercise, right? You didn't do it, but just try to see if you could think of things in your life that you do already. Like taking a bath, taking a shower, brushing your teeth, combing your hair, right? Getting to work. Do the same thing, but do it with a new activity, like going to the gym or working out, right? I think we can apply the same type of tactics, right? I mean, when you're a child, your parents kind of steer you in the direction of over and over repeated process, right? In the beginning, you didn't want to bathe, you didn't brush your teeth, you didn't want to eat your vegetables, but now it's like programmed in you, right? It's something that you couldn't imagine your life without, right? It's just automatically programmed. You just got to do it, right? So we should like sit down and really like think about it for a second. What is stopping me from wanting to go to the gym, or what is stopping me from being more fit? Are you tired from work? Is work getting you tired? Is it maybe your diet? Maybe it's a mixture of those things, right? So we have to like kind of sit down and really visualize what it is that's in our way. Like, what is the wall that we're hitting every day that stops us from doing that one thing we've been thinking about? Because I'm sure like at the end of the day, you're like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to wake up, or tomorrow after work, I'm definitely going to do this. You get your gym stuff ready, or you get your exercise stuff ready, or you prepare yourself. And by the time the day is over, you're just shot, right? Well, you have to look at where that wall is. If the wall is being tired, if that wall is maybe that extra cup of coffee that you dropped off at after it wore off, maybe you should try to drink water all day and maybe have less coffee. And try to work yourself towards the direction of, hey, listen, this is the next thing I have to do today, and I have to make sure I'm set up for it, right? Because you don't go out partying every night knowing that you have to work in the morning, right? You set yourself up for success the day before, right? So I think that's something that you need to start doing in your life with working out, with whatever that is, right? So now the next question is, you're going to be asking me, right? Drew, how do I start if I don't have any gym equipment or I don't have time? I was like, there's a lot of time in the day though, right? Either you need to wake up an hour early or you need to lose an hour of sleep of some sort. I'm just giving you a hypothetical, right? But there's a lot of time in the day. Are you prioritizing that time, right? Are you prioritizing your time for that? Like, I want you to sit down and go through your yesterday, right? Today hasn't happened yet, hypothetically. So you go to the past, you look at the past days that you've already went through. What happened? You went to work, you got home, you ate dinner, and then you probably fell asleep in front of the TV watching Netflix, right? Well, there's your problem. Not to say that you can't watch Netflix, but maybe before dinner or maybe an hour after dinner, eat a lighter meal and then prepare yourself to work out. That's the wall right there. That's your area of opportunity, right? And you know what it is? You didn't think about it, but now it's like visually there. There's your window, right? Or maybe you played video games after dinner. Something is getting in the way of that. You just have to eat into some of that other activity time and make yourself active. And I promise you, after you do it, you're going to be like, damn, this feels great. You're sweaty. You're like, your heart is pumping and you feel good. And it's hard to get to that spot to actually do that. But once you repeat the process and you do this over the course of days and then weeks, it's going to be part of your life. And then you just further solidify it by keep doing it and going further into it. And then you start to move things out of your life that really don't complement that. And you'll see, you'll watch less TV. You'll probably eat less bad foods. And you'll eat better things that complement your working out, right? Your body starts getting better shape. All these things go along with it. Now you're going to ask me about the gym equipment, right? Well, there are programs that you can follow on YouTube. Orange Theory Fitness, which is a membership program, which is expensive. They also have a YouTube page where most of their workouts require maybe some resistance bands, which you can buy on Amazon for like $20. Or in a lot of, most of them are calisthenics, sit-ups, push-ups, like jump routines, things like that. You could all do these things with minimum space too. It's not like you need a lot of space. And if you really, really want to try something else, you say, you know what, I don't want to scour through YouTube. Go to beachbody.com. They're known for P90X and Insanity and all gazillions of others. They own the space of fitness. They have a huge catalog of things. You know, I've done Body Beast. I've done Insanity. I'm actually currently ending my second round of Insanity. I have used no equipment. All I needed was about 5 square feet of space, or maybe less than that, just to be able to move. And you're just doing push-ups, and my body has gotten to amazing shape in 4 months. You know, instead of putting that money towards, you know, Hulu or whatever else you have, throw your $15-20 towards that, and the app gives you access to everything. A long time ago, you had to buy the program piece by piece, and it was hundreds of dollars. You know, we're living in really good times. So get into it. But if you don't do it, if you don't make a proactive effort towards it, you're never going to ever start. You're never even going to get into it. Do it while you're your youngest right now. Don't wait until you get older and you have actual problems and you have leg pains and stuff like that. Just start. You know, start. Now that's our fitness segment, right? Because I figure, you know, motivation and fitness goes hand in hand, right? People who are motivated end up getting into fitness, have a little more willpower over time. And that's a big hurdle for most people to get active, right? But what about your career? Does your career seem like a drag? You know, do you have, you know, bigger aspirations, right? But you like have lack of drive. It's like you're in that spot where you're making money. It's not so bad, but your career is kind of a drag. It's just there's no accomplishments. It's not like, you know, you're not really pursuing what you really wanted to go after in the beginning. And now you're just kind of like stuck, you know, because money's never going to make you feel the way accomplishments will, right? And building your career, right? It's common. All these things are common, right? There are a lot of people that have these issues. But the one thing that's not common about you is you. You're an individual. You're different from the rest. You have the ability to push yourself. You have to tell yourself this, that you're not going to fall into that category of complacency and mediocrity. You know, the reason why you're probably listening to me right now is because you have that mindset in you. You want to make the change. It's like you almost just need a push, or you just don't know where to start, right? You're a little overwhelmed, right? But the big part of it is the mindset. Your mindset is holding you back. So what I want you to do, very simple. When you get some time, maybe on your lunch break when you're having a snack or whatever, I want you to sit down with a piece of paper and I want you to list the things you hate about your current life or profession, right? Things that you want to change. And then I want you to list what you would change if you took the initiative and completed the training or book or whatever you were looking to do, that extra course that you were trying to take or that book that you were trying to read that you heard about, like whatever it is, I want you to write down what your life would what your life looks like now and what you don't like and what your life could possibly look like afterwards, right? I'm sure the book will give you more information or training or whatever you're looking to do, but there's a hurdle you're trying to jump. You're trying to get across to the other side and you know that your life could be better. But you haven't made that change yet because you've been putting it off because of your career, because maybe your family, whatever it is. I want you to sit down and really write it. It's like you're on this side of the river and you want to get to the other side of the river. And on the other side of the river is the camp of people that are succeeding and people that are happy. And where you're currently at is like a no man's land and it's a barren, ugly place. And you want to get to the other side and you're thinking, how do I do this? Is there a bridge? Right? Is there a bridge I have to cross, right? Well, maybe I have to build that bridge. I need instructions on how to do that, right? But I really want you to see your life. I want you to see it. I want you to see it on paper. Because sometimes in your head, we have these beautiful imaginations we have, right? We sit there and we create this fictitious monster. It's our excuse. And he just smacks away any possibility of getting anywhere in life. Just smacks it away. Nope. No, it's too hard. That's going to take too long. I don't have time for it. I'm going to fail. My wife's going to leave me. I'm going to be broke. Like all these things, right? And as we listen and we see this monster, it's like you cower in front of it, right? And you want to learn how to defeat that fucking thing, right? You want to say, fuck this guy. I'm going to defeat you. I'm going to slay this bitch. Get to the other side. Well, you have to put the work in, right? You have to figure out how you're going to do it, right? And you also have to be in enough pain where you're currently at to say, you know what? It sucks where I am. I want to get the hell out of here. And if I have to run towards that monster head on and deal with some pain along the way, but I know that it's for the betterment of my life, I'm going to go for it, right? I want you to do that. I want you to do that. Now, I'm not saying that, there are people that don't love what they do for a living and your life is complete turmoil and shit. I'm just saying that everybody's life could be better, right? Everyone's life could be a lot better. It can be. In any way, shape, or form, there's a thing in our lives that we want to do. There's always something. We always want more for our lives. We'll hit the ceiling financially. Listen, finances are always going to be there, right? We can get you can create a goal for something and then money comes along the way and you hit your ceiling on money because at a certain point, you're never going to want for anything else. Like you'll have everything you want. And then you can be like, well, then what, right? I want you to really go for it. No matter where you are in your life, there's things you want to change. So maybe some people have longer lists than others. But list what those things are. List the things you want for yourself, emotionally, physically, spiritually, for your family, everything. Just take it all down, right? I know your career is your lane. It's where you play. It's where you thrive, right? Some people love their careers, but some people want more time. And their careers don't allow that. And your ability to thrive in your career is something that's awesome, but it can be applied to something bigger. It could be something huge. Why work for someone else and put all your efforts into them to get a little bit in return when you could build something of your own and give the same time, actually more love to it? And build something bigger. And surround yourself with other people that feel the same way. So take this all down. Take all and I want you to write goals. Small goals. Start off small. Nobody's asking you to go big. But this lack of motivation, this lack of drive, We all face it every day. I face this every day of my life. There are days I don't want to get out of bed. There are days that I don't want to work out. Actually, there's a lot of times I don't want to work out. I'm like, I do it because I have to. And I love it. I love the way I feel. I love the way I look. But there's a lot of times I don't want to do it. But once I go through it, it's like, an hour out of my day? It's so worth it. You know, speaking to everyone that I'm speaking to on this podcast, I have to set it up, right? I have to do the work. And sometimes I don't feel like doing it. But I got to do it. I do enjoy it. I love it. But there are times I just don't want to be bothered because there's a lot of moving parts. And I want to deliver the best possible content I can give you. So we're all human beings. We all deal with this. And I have to sit there and I have to gather my thoughts and I have to write things down too. Nobody, no matter where you are, you could be a billionaire. There are things that need to get done, regardless. Everybody wants for more. Nobody's going to rescue you. It's up to you. And I'm going to end it here with what willpower is, the definition of it, right? Control exerted to do something or restrain impulses. That's what it is. You try so hard to control yourself into doing something or to restrain yourself from doing something, right? It's one hell of a thing that gets tested every day. You get tested every day on so many levels with so many things. The things that you can control, get hold of them. We're all going to have impulses. We're going to have things that we want to do. We're not going to succeed every day, but if we move in the right direction, we will have some positive outlooks on that, right? So I just want to tell you that life is hard. We all struggle, including myself. But as we all know, nobody's going to save you. So let's become someone inspiring together, someone noteworthy, okay? I believe in you all, and I love you. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. I will talk to you again soon. God bless you. Good night.